Like if you look at Astro and you look at even Media Prima and you look at TVTika, there is always going to be some form of narrative from a politician or from a government perspective. You only can trust YouTube technically, because YouTube was when you can only like filter, you can see different people and then put your own idea into it, or international news outlets. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's propaganda in some sort, but Malaysia is just so bad at hiding it. So you just like, I'm not even going to deal with this. Welcome back to Yamcha Sessions VeryFastOne VFO. Today is the 12th of July. Countdown 17 days, Drew.
17 days?
Yeah, countdown 17 days, Drew.
For what?
To what? 17 days from the 12th, 29th.
August
That's my birthday,
Yeah.
right? Sorry, yeah. Shows how little fucks I give.
What are we going to be discuting today?
Okay, all right, we're going to be talking about how Astro Malaysia's share hit an all-time low after an additional tax bill. But look around, MJ is not here. So let's not talk about all the numbers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so anyways, instead, let's talk about the downfall of Astro Malaysia.
Sure.
But before we get to there, let's talk about the good times of Astro.
Good times of Astro.
Good times.
So,
Times of Astro. Wow.
how do you last remember Astro in your childhood?
I still watch Astro today. Astro Go,
Really?
Astro Go for
Football.
House of Dragon. House of Dragon. There are some series that you can only watch from Astro Go.
I don't even know what that is, mate.
Oh, it's like Game
Game
of
of
Thrones,
Thrones.
but it's like a spin-off series lah.
Wait,
Oh, okay.
you still watch Astro Go?
Yeah. On the website lah, not on the...
He's living his good old days,
Ah.
is the answer.
Yeah, because I can't get that, like the shows released in UK at in their Sunday night, which is our Monday morning, and Astro Go immediately streams it.
So you would be able to watch it Monday morning then?
Yeah,
Got it.
So,
and that's the only platform that I can get it lah, without any card and the quality is amazing as well. So that's the only time I use it, and also to watch football.
I didn't expect this video to start off like this. I thought everybody would just be shitting on Astro. And the first guy is telling me he's watching Astro.
I'm still watching because they still give me certain things lah. Like I don't have the Astro dish. I purposely get the Astro Go so that I can watch at any laptop wherever I am.
So now-
football and everything.
So now you represent that audience who is actually still on Astro,
Yeah.
that is supporting on Astro. And the reason why you're still on it is because it offers you shows at a specific time. And that's why you're still supporting it.
Specific time, and because they allow me to connect to a couple of devices, right? So like me, my brother, and my mother, whoever can watch wherever they want, which is fantastic.
Ah,
You know,
see.
and I'm already paying like what, $60 something.
So I guess you're still living your childhood then.
Yeah, I'm still living my childhood, bro. I mean, they give me my fulfillment lah. I feel like what I'm paying is okay lah. You know,
You're paying $60 a month.
around
is
some
it?
60 something. Yeah. I feel like it's a fair, reasonable price. Hey, maybe you need to check. I'm not really sure.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not checking on
Oh,
that.
not checking. I thought it's going to the numbers, man. MJ would have gotten the numbers already. Yeah, but I'm playing around there. I think it's fine.
But let's go with the nostalgia.
Nostalgia
Yeah,
Astro.
nostalgia. The good old days of Astro.
Good old days of Astro is when it's raining, you cannot watch Astro anymore.
It sounds like the bad old days. I don't know whether this guy gets the brief, but it's okay.
What's
Okay.
the good old days of Astro? I can't really remember. Like,
Oh, you hang on to that thought then. Andrew, what's your good old days of
Yeah.
Astro?
Mine is HBO. I don't know what the channel number
Cinemax.
was.
Star movies.
40
Star movies is the term.
403.
Cinemax, not so much. Cinemax was always
Star World.
Star World was really good.
AXN and the release of Animax for the first time.
Correct.
Animax
That
is
is-
the true MVP, right? Then you at certain periods in the afternoon, you know what's gonna air. You know Ranma Half is gonna air.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know Law of Wakey is gonna air.
Dragon Ball.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. That was fantastic, man.
Actually, it's AXN first, and then only Animax.
Yeah.
AXN
Yeah,
is
yeah.
actually the true MVP. AXN gave birth to like Fear Factor.
Yeah.
AXN gave birth to like, if I'm not mistaken, before Travel and Living is AXN.
Yeah. Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Hey, no, sorry, that was Channel 70. That's Star World. Sorry. Yeah, but basically, I think Star World and AXN gave birth to a lot of my culture, like Fraser,
Right.
that 70s show, Everybody
Oh,
Loves Raymond.
yeah. The sitcom that is
The
always
sitcoms,
available during
Friends.
Monday nights at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Hey, you're right. It's
Yeah.
Monday nights.
That's so Raymond.
When did you guys have Astro in your house?
Since we were born.
No. I was there before.
Oh, really?
I was fully aware.
Oh, shit.
I think I was 6 years old before Channel 1.
Oh.
Yeah, then only we had Astro because the time mom and dad were like,
I think it was 12 years old for me, man.
I think
shit,
my
yeah.
experience with Astro is a bit different because I only got my Astro when I was Form 4.
Oh, that's your childhood then, from
Yeah,
4.
I started at Form 4. And the first thing that if I remember was watching Avatar Legend of Aang. I think that's the only positive side.
You didn't have
of
cartoons.
Astro, yeah. I never really had... Form 4 was what? 17 years old?
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, so when 17 years old, Astro, I mean, that time it was slowly going to the digital age already. What?
Yeah, that was the downfall of
Correct.
the beginning.
So I just experienced a little bit of the Astro and then I gone to
and then I'm now Astro Go is spoigy.
Astro Go.
You know, Astro gave me a lot of like my cartoon days, you know, Nickelodeon with SpongeBob,
Johnny Bravo, Samurai Jack.
That's So Arnold.
Oh,
No, Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold.
And then on the Disney side, you have like
Isn't
the
that so
Lizzie,
Raven?
Lizzie McGuire, That's So
Bro.
Raven.
House of Mouse.
Yeah. Those are the good old days.
Really
of,
good shows. Really good cartoons. I think
Totally Spice also was a good
Totally
cartoon.
Spice.
Yeah.
Clover, bro.
Quality. I think honestly, Johnny Bravo and Samurai Jack really hit it home for me. Those two. Dexter's Laboratory, damn good.
Yeah.
Cartoons
Avatar lah.
And our parents will be watching like the Chinese shows.
Tamil shows for me.
Yeah, Tamil TVB dramas.
Oh, my dad used to watch a lot of movies, and that's why I think I'm into movies. That's why I can remember a lot of movies. I can remember a lot of actors' names. I can remember like when it was.
What are some shout out of movies you remember back then in Astro?
Terminator
the
2,
same.
man. Terminator 2 is the ultimate Astro movie for me. It used to replace so much.
Wait.
And like I could rehearse that movie.
I didn't have that package. I only have like the sports package. Oh yeah, back then Astro you can select packages. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Is it not the way it works today?
It still is, I think.
Oh.
Right? You buy based on packages.
But Astro
I didn't
used
have the
to-
movie package.
Astro used to mess up a lot because there were times where the cartoons would come back and there are times when the movies would not be available. Then my dad would have to make a phone call to like change things up.
yeah.
Oh yeah. That's where I got my wrestling too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pay-per-view too.
Yeah, I had to call specifically to get a pay-per-view and then they will play wrestling like 6 a.m. in the morning.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Those even football, right? You used to wake up 2 a.m., watch Champions League.
Yeah.
Good old days, man.
So difficult. Andrew and I used to have like ramen 2 a.m.
I remember
Yeah.
my dad was watching football, you know. It's like good old days. What about some Tamil movies, man? What are some shout outs?
I don't watch Tamil movies last time.
Okay.
My parents will be watching Tamil movies. I'm just like, what? Yeah, I would just go out and play catching or ice and water or whatever.
I remember for Chinese movies, Chinese TVB shows, meanwhile, it's like 真情.
I only know Wa Lai
Kindred
Toy,
spirit.
bro.
Wa Lai Toy. Yeah, Wa Lai Toy was big, you know, and because of Astro, the Hong Kong industry
TV series.
entertainment is booming. But Astro has fallen off, and TVB or Wa Lai Toy didn't have like much innovation, and I guess it doesn't give anybody a lot of people reason to stay with Astro. Then
Absolutely. Absolutely.
let's talk about
I think, you wanted to talk about the downfall of Astro.
Yeah.
I think it's just the pricing, man. You know, for the old times, it was quite hectic, the price of Astro. Like, my parents last time, they were not the greatest of them all, you know. It wasn't the greatest of them all. Okay. Do we really need to go this close?
It sounds better.
This close?
And you
Right.
feel-
So, like, what? We were paying $60 per month?
This was when you were from 4 that time, $60.
I'm not really sure about the pricing, but I heard my mother say it's actually quite expensive, Astro. So you just better be grateful whatever channel we have. You know?
That's like what a mom would say.
Yes, just be grateful whatever channel you have. Then I'm like, cool.
But sounds about right at that time.
No,
But I
it
think
was-
now it's like 100 plus, man.
No, I think Dad pays 200 plus. 200 plus a month.
So bit of context. I'm going to interrupt a bit. Remember before the podcast recording, I said, ask me about that crazy fact.
Right.
Did you know Netflix comes on Astro?
Yes.
Do you know how much Netflix costs on Astro?
I don't.
Ha 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 ha.
Isn't it the same?
No. It's like $60 extra. What the hell, man?
$60 more.
You gotta make
per month.
money, man. You know? You gotta make money, bro.
Bro, they mark up like times 4, bro.
So they're trying to cheat like boomers lah.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally got my Netflix.
No, it's
Where?
because it's
On
all in
Astro.
one. It's easy. You pay for that, you know? Disney Hotstar, everything, you know? $60
Wow.
for Disney Hotstar. So it's like add-on one.
Oh, that's actually insane.
That's insane. And I was like, why would you do that? You crazy, are you? Then they're like, lazy. I'm like,
Actually, that's true. It's convenient. Some people would rather just pay more and thinking that it's gonna be the same anyways.
instead of just clicking a button that goes to Netflix, you know? That's how lazy they are.
Oh yeah, now every remote has like a Netflix.
That's how
button.
lazy they are, you know?
I mean, if you are lazy, you just capitalize on these lazy people. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
hells yeah.
No, I think also it's because like, Astro is for the boomer generation, except for Boyge, sorry. But it's like they probably have no younger generation have time to teach them.
Yeah, which I am the unfortunate child.
Right. There's a lot. I spent a lot of time teaching my parents like how to use their phone. I just recently got my parents to be updated with Gemini.
Oh shit.
Yeah, at least update their life. But I can foresee, I can imagine a lot of boomers who are still on Astro thinking that I don't know how to get onto this, Netflix. So I just press from Astro.
It's so strange how that generation needs to have a TV. They are the ones that told us not to watch so much TV, and now they are the ones that need TV. They
Can't
need
do
a
anything
phone,
else lah.
and they need an iPad next to them now. They need 3 screens, not just one now.
I would say the TV was their phone back in those days.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But now they need it. It's like their drug. If you took a TV away from a boomer, they would start crying. Probably.
I mean, if you take away,
they would be yelling lah, not crying lah. They'll be yelling at people. I guarantee you, they'll be so angry.
So John, when was the time that you start noticing that Astro is going downhill?
When I went to the US and then I had Netflix and I was like, what's a Netflix? And they're like, bruh, what's a Netflix? Where are you coming from, man? Then I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, what's that? It's like streaming. I'm like, oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so it's quite weird, right? Because I think when I was 14, we went to the internet and we started watching YouTube. So we actually technically stopped watching Astro. We only watched the cartoons on Animax.
Yeah.
And then when I went to the US, it was like to seal the deal. You only stream it. There's no Astro there. And Netflix.
I think there's also like a shift why our generation don't go. Sorry, for years here. I think
I'm stopping my Astro Go.
Most of the people, there's nothing wrong with you, continuing Astro if it's like, happy for you. There's still value, right? But a lot of our generation, we stop using Astro is because every night, if we want to watch TV, our parents would be on the TV watching Astro, watching the things that they want. Yeah. And it forces us to go back to our room in front of computer screens. And that's where YouTube is like so good for us. It's like finally there's something for us to watch.
And we can choose.
Yeah.
I think if back then, every parent tell the kids, like, hey, it's 8 p.m., which is where all the great shows are at. You don't have to do your homework. Come sit and choose your show. Astro will probably still be surviving.
Maybe.
I think if I put myself in the shoes of a parent, even in today's era, I wouldn't let my kid choose what to watch.
No, I would ask. I'll be like, it's not every time I want to watch what I want to watch. And honestly, Jen and I have that problem right now. I'm like, what do you watch? I don't want to watch. Then ask the kid, decide. You watch cartoon, watch.
Yeah, if it's one of those days where I'll just mindlessly zone out as my kid's watching, fair game. But if I consciously am in need for entertainment, I'm not going to leave my fate up to my kid.
Yeah.
If a fucking wanker is going to choose something weird.
I want to watch Coco Melon.
Yeah.
But I found myself to be quite different because when my dad chose to watch something, I just like, okay. I was that
same
type of kid.
Yeah, we would just accept it. Yeah.
I learned a lot though. I like the movies that my dad would watch and he would tell me, Steven Spielberg, he chooses this way.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And he'd be like, I remember I asked him, like, who watches the credits? He's like, yeah, but it can be quite fun if you find someone that, has the same name as you. Then I'm like,
oh, that's so true.
I'm like, oh, where's the next Jonathan?
So did YouTube change your consumption pattern or was it streaming? Because back then there was no streaming yet, I believe, when you go to US.
There was actually.
Really?
Crunchyroll just started. Netflix just started. And then Amazon didn't have it. They had books. So only those two and YouTube. So I watched YouTube to help with my French lessons. I watched Netflix because they had like anime on it at the time. This was 10 years ago, by the way. It's crazy, 2013, 2012. Okay, so I watched anime on Netflix at the time, Attack on Titan. Yeah, I watched Crunchyroll. Crazy. Crunchyroll was free at the time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And so I just watched a lot of streaming because I couldn't afford cable in the US. So that's why I just watched streams. Yeah. And then when I came back, I'm like, I am definitely not watching Astro because it's the same shit I saw on TV when I left for the US.
Never changed.
It's been like 3 years. It's the same thing. Same movies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah.
What about you, Andrew?
When was the time I stopped watching Astro?
Yeah. And also, what do you think is the downfall of Astro? When is the beginning for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm slightly younger than John is, so I feel Netflix already came into the picture in Malaysia. Around my college days, Netflix was the obvious choice. They just a better selection of movies.
Yeah.
And I think that the point here is I could watch what I wanted to when I wanted to.
Yeah.
I think that was the tipping point. And then Astro was very reactive about it. It took them a couple of years to say, shit, okay, now maybe let's do that too. And hopefully that helps. But it's a bit late, right? Because by then I've already transitioned to Netflix.
Yeah, you lost the customer.
Yeah. So I think the reason why there was the downfall of Astro probably is because they couldn't react fast enough. Or didn't bother to make the first move. Could be another way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think iFlix was doing that before Netflix was here.
Yeah.
So I guess the attempt for Astro to try to capitalize on that was then the Astro Go.
Yeah.
And now we're going back
To Poige's
to
Astro Go.
Poige,
But Poige's
who
gonna
happens
take
to have a
phone.
call.
Yeah. But
And-
fun fact, I just looked at Astro's financials. Astro Go only represents 10% of their total revenue.
So Poige is a minority, not only in Malaysia, but in the Astro breakdown.
So what is the other 90%?
The other 90% is largely their traditional, their main business model,
Which is the
actual Astro on TV. So that's the main revenue driver.
It's just that the pie is like slowly shrinking, even though it's 90%,
Overall,
but it's like, you know.
overall.
Revenue has been declining year on year very consistently.
Damn.
Apologies. Revenue growth has been declining double digits every year since 2019.
My God.
With the exception of 2022, 2023, where it's declining by single digits. So it's all the way decline, revenue-wise.
Wow.
Great job.
But I feel like Astro had also tried to diversify into other mediums like podcasts and all that. I think.
Oh, they have.
I think so. I read somewhere. I forgot. They were trying to diversify their forms of entertainment in house. It's just that it's always like semi-government controlled.
Yeah, it's already become a white elephant as well.
I think if you watch a lot of media, and I know I'm straying away a little bit, but like if you look at Astro and you look at even Media Prima and you look at TV Tika and all that shit also, right? There's always going to be some form of narrative from a politician or from a government perspective. So like you only can trust YouTube. Technically.
Yeah.
Because YouTube was when you can only like filter, you can see different people and then put your own idea into it. Or international news outlets. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's propaganda in some sort, but Malaysia is just so bad at hiding it. So you just like, I'm not even going to deal with this.
Yeah.
So anything that comes out of Media Prima / Astro, like, you're just like, nah. Even censorship, right? Don't you think? Like movies that come out Astro, it's just like, you don't even see Florence Pugh's boobs in Oppenheimer, that thing. Even GSC in cinemas is quite sad. Only Netflix is like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Fuck you, man. I'll just do what I want.
Yeah.
You don't like me? It's okay. They'll find a way to pay for my service anyway. And that's how the government's like, fuck, let's just tax them.
Yeah. So, Andrew was saying like, because, you cannot choose what you want. And that is where I think Astro Go is all about. It's all about that. So do you actually feel like liberated with Astro Go?
100%, bro.
Liberated by Astro Go.
I have a specific thing that I watch in Astro Go.
Well,
And I can watch it at just 4 laptops only because it recognizes based on your desktop or laptop. But if you log into a random thing, then you can just remove one and you log in,
but now how's the quality of the shows? Do they show like something new? Is it as wide as
last week they
Netflix's
just
library?
released King Kong and Godzilla, the new Empire. So that was like, 2 or 3 months after the movie was released.
Not bad.
I think it's a pretty good speed.
That's not bad.
It's a good speed. And then they had quite a number of drama series. But of course, I don't really go through that. I just go to what I want to watch because I know they have it there. But they actually do have quite a number of series out there. I should check it out after this to see how good is it. But I just like the speed of the
It's actually your client, bro.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
you sound like you're
fact, I think
Astro.
He's a bit sus, this guy.
I think Astro are terrible people as client. They underpay you and stuff like that, man.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, I did a production with this guy before. He worked there for 8 years, but they never give him permanent position. And then the moment he asked for a raise, he's no longer a position.
Bro, fuck Astro, man.
Yeah,
Wow, that's quite sad.
they don't really take care of you, lah. They take care of themselves.
I mean, they're declining double digits.
Yeah, so
Fair. Yeah.
it's the workload.
Just give the man a break, okay?
The workload is like 25/8, but they're
shit.
getting you.
25/8?
It's like
It's
you
an
working
exaggerated
actually.
24/7.
Oh,
It's
shit,
an
shit,
exaggerate.
shit,
You're
shit,
working
shit.
more than the actual days, lah. But ain't no G. But as a guy who still uses Astro Go, I think it gives me like what you said, my fulfillment and my values, lah.
Oh,
For now, for now. Because I just can't find the dramas that I want to watch elsewhere besides Astro Go.
It's true, lah, bro. I also cannot find. Like, for me, on Netflix, sometimes they get removed. Like, The Office gets removed. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
And then, like, I need to use a VPN. And sometimes even VPN doesn't help. And then, like, I give you an example. I really want to rewatch, right, the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Just to compare.
Wasn't it just released in Netflix?
Homecoming and... No. That's why.
Yeah,
so it wasn't on Disney+. I'm just like, what? Aren't all the Marvel movies supposed to be here? So they were just switching. So, like, I hate that. And I also don't have Amazon Prime to watch shows that I want to watch on Amazon Prime. I don't have, like, Hulu to watch stuff on Hulu. It's like all of them have their own, like, flagship show. And I have to buy everything. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, right? All those are Netflix expert right here. The Netflix shows changes based on countries.
Yes.
So if you have VPN, then you can just watch all the shows. But sometimes there are just specific shows that not
Sometimes
available
they remove
Netflix.
from Netflix 100%. The contract ends.
God damn, bro.
And that's the problem that we don't have in Astro.
Oh yeah, thank you lah. I'm waiting forward for my Dance with Dragons on Monday. Thank you.
Yeah,
very
but
much.
they censor everything on Astro. So technically you're not watching the full thing.
So do we think that Astro is in the business, it's a slowly dying business?
Astro is just Nokia. You take the meme, oh, Nokia, eventually they die because they don't want to diversify when they have the chance. Kan? Nokia, they had the option, they're like, I'm good. In the end, where are you now?
Still there.
Still there.
Older people using.
Hanging around.
Fun fact, I'm looking at the financials again, right? This is according to Astro's financials, which, I mean, obviously was done by Astro. The TV household penetration, they claim 69%.
I like the number.
This means for
every 100 houses, there's
69 of them have Astro. It's been declining. From 2019, it was 77%. But even so, 69, 70%,
I think it's quite
that
high.
to me sounds super high.
Yeah.
But if you really think about it, who the hell's owning the houses? Not us young folks.
Yeah.
I would love to actually see the demographic. Is it mostly Chinese, Indians, or Malays? Like, in that 77%.
And that's not I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be an empty home.
It could be. But
Yeah.
if you really think about it from a macro perspective, right? If the median household income is, I don't know,
10K?
4,000, right? It's really quite low,
Oh,
right? Because your median income per person is like 2K. You've got two working adults, I'm assuming, right? Let's call it 4K. Generously give you 5K per household. You're telling me 70% of households can afford to pay $200 for Astro?
Nope.
My guy.
Bro, and insurance don't know, bro.
So something's a bit fishy lah. But hey, that's what you're telling me.
So do we think that Astro is actually going to be able to survive?
Sunsetting.
I feel like they will. The government will do whatever it takes to actually make it survive because
They need an outlet,
it
lah.
kind of feels like it's an identity of Malaysia, like Malaysia Airlines.
Oh, that's true.
When they are dying, but it's still there. Kasana will never let it die, And then Astro feels like something that is Malaysian, the identity. If it dies, right, it's like your car Proton, it dies with
Technically,
you.
it's
Feels weird.
technically it's media prima, right? The government. I feel like it's more of a TV3, TV2, TV1, and TV7 thing.
Yeah, I think you got a great point because if the owner of Astro Malaysia, not to say owner as in like the major shareholder, is most likely going to be like an old dog, right? He's going to hang on to the thing that defines him,
It's an identity,
Possibly.
no way it will die. If it dies, right, it will be a first that I've seen something that Malaysia created that lasted so long that dies, man. I've not heard of anything dies in Malaysia. Like Malaysia Airlines still there.
Oh, yeah.
And then what else that's made for Malaysia? Tenaga National, well, I don't know.
Wait. The Naga, bro. We can't even do the podcast, man.
But that one monopolized, But what else, right? See, but whatever, I'm sure there's something, but still there. Maybe you guys can let me know if
I
something
think
for Malaysia
Proton
dies.
is doing well.
Proton is doing
But
fine.
they
It was
sold
a
it off. That's
great
why.
choice to sold it off,
Yeah, well
Great
done.
choice.
Apparently, Ananda Krishnan owns majority of Astro. Or
the
a
Maxis
large-
guy?
Macha?
Ananda Krishnan.
The Maxis guy?
Yeah.
Maxis led, yes. Among other things, I'm sure this guy.
My God, that means not only his dad's gonna sunset, even Maxis is sunsetting. Everything is sunsetting around another Krishnan, mate.
Well, he's sunsetting. He's 86, so I think he's had a good run.
Let's have our final thoughts then. What do you think is going to happen to Astro in another 10 years?
Wow, that's a great question.
In another 10 years.
They will still be there, I would
So
say.
the year is 2034.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
you are now in your 30s, the late 30s, true.
I
I'm in
feel
my 40s.
I feel if you look at the trend, obviously it's been declining at whatever pace you're calling this, right? At whatever pace it is today, I think the pace will accelerate over time. Folks, our millennials and Gen Zs will have a larger and larger share of the income and more control over the economy in Malaysia. More of us are just going to say no to this. So the rate in which revenue will decline, the rate in which profits will decline will accelerate even faster. So in 10 years, it's probably going to be like an insignificant business already. Maybe 20% of households will have Astro because those are the few older folks who are still alive.
We are those.
Nah, he just said we are millennials.
Oh,
Gen Z.
yeah.
We just won't accept it. Yeah.
I am going to agree with that. I just think less people watch it, still will be alive. But I think very limited channels, it will actually, I think, be absorbed by Netflix in some way or form. And then they will have like a football / whatever service that you can just watch. And then Netflix is like, sorry, mate.
Do you think it will do that too? Do you think it will morph to another company?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Because they won't exactly close down. They can't close shop, but they can't survive on their own. So I think because they have a huge building, they have a lot of people.
There's too many assets there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going on. So either maybe Media Prima buys over, then they have like their main TV 1, TV 2, TV 3, and TV 7, TV 8 TV that thing. Is like the main brand. And then all these sub-movie things are, if you subscribe to the traditional media and then you get this as a bonus. Yeah. It's no longer going to be its own thing, I feel. But tough shit, man. Yeah, they had a lot of money and a lot of time to do it, to be fair. It's like giving a guy like a loaded gun. Yeah. And the guy just starts shooting the air like bang, 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 bang for like a solid decade. And then it's like, oh shit, no more ammo. That's Astro, man.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think?
Well, unless they change the pricing, give more benefits, compete with Netflix, I think they're going to die. Yeah. But somehow I felt like Malaysia will not let it die. It feels like an identity,
I think the company will just morph it to something.
But they're going to morph in power, or something like Power Rangers. But
it's like how AirAsia is gonna change the slowly move away from the whole AirAsia name.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, it's gonna be entirely something else.
It's a capital A, right? No,
they're gonna change.
Now it's Move.
It's just called Move.
It's green now.
It's green.
Because they moved along. Whatever it is, just continue posting your Game of Thrones on Astro Go. I like it. Continue, good job.
Oh, my take is that I think I equate Astro as like part of an older generation, and it will just slowly fade off together with them.
Whoa.
It will be a sad ending.
A sad ending,
Yeah, it will be a sad ending. It's like you see like a generation just going away.
I think it would be more honorable to have a sad ending than to be absorbed. I think if they had a sad ending, but like, Astro's going to close its doors after 30 years, 40 years, that type of thing. I think it's nicer versus being absorbed by Netflix. I think that's just freaking sad, man. Yeah. Or like being absorbed by Media Prima. I think that's just damn sad, man. That's like you were once a giant, if not bigger than them. And then...
It was like Nokia lah.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I would just pull the plug lah. I'm like, I don't want to end like that, man.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you think Astro serves a great time as part of your childhood, how do you think the company is going to be doing? And just let us know. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
in the comment section down below.
So if you are paying for Astro Beyond, let me know lah. I don't want to feel like I'm the only one right now. Kind of feels like I'm the only one right now paying for it.
Comment go.
Comment go. Thumbnail.
I mean, we don't really... This one, he does the thumbnails, man. But you can just...
Wait, but hey, this podcast is available at where?
Oh, yeah. This podcast is available on YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah, if you haven't hit that subscribe button...
Yeah, hit that sub button, hit that like button,
please.
Comment go.
Astro is not free, but we are free. So click it.
That's true.
That's true. Holy shit.
That's true. Man. Therefore, we are better than Astro.
Wow. Yeah. And we're more true.
Probably have more viewership than them. Jesus.
Yeah, hard to believe. With 70% of households watch YCS. Maybe.
You could say that. 70% of households watch YCS.
Bro, go toilet.